Hello again, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Broadcast Podcast. My name is Thomas, and joining me, as always, he's my bro, and he's your bro too. Give it up for Alan.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the broadcast. It is it is me, it is I, it is he, Alan of the broadcast. Tom, how are you?
Bro, I'm going good. Busy week, busy month actually. We've been
Mm-hmm.
producing lots of content. I've been traveling quite a bit for work, and finally had a
Mm-hmm.
time to get back home. And I thought, yep, time to catch up. It's been a fortnight since our last show, and
Yes.
should we tell people who may be listening us to the first time what was the last match we just covered?
We gave to you, everyone, the universe, the people, one of the greatest matches of all time. And we're not talking anything from the Tokyo Dome, we're not talking anything from the Astrodome, we're not talking about it from Wembley Stadium. No. We talked about it from the Golden Corral in Alabama. And it was Alabama Doink took on Heidenreich in the Golden Corral parking lot at the main event, and we were your commentary team for that. And yeah, I can't believe we actually did it. I didn't think the years that you and I have been doing this show that you would actually agree to actually do this match, and I am so glad we did because it was a bar burner, an absolute barn burner of a match.
No, I agree. It was definitely something that I didn't think we would ever actually cover. I think we would, kind of stick to the WCW, the grunginess of ECW with a bit of World Wrestling Federation. And who knew that the Alabama Wrestling Federation was producing some all-time classics. And I was able to do some research after that match around what other matches or wrestlers have actually competed there and found an interesting list of people. But
Mhm.
in regards to our podcast, guys, you can download all episodes on Apple iTunes, Podbean, Castro, and Castbox, and many other podcast providers. In the video format, we're on the UW Pod podcast or UW Pod YouTube page, a part of the Universal Wrestling Podcast, and also the Bloodline Entertainment Network. Thank you, fellas, for actually having us on your network. Alan, how you been?
Traveling well, thank you very much, man. The last time we spoke, that I told a very interesting tale of taking public transport with working with a particular client of mine, and then witnessing something very interesting before and getting and after getting off the train. And I actually would be meaning to ask you about it, but you actually seem like you're a bit frazzled during the after the story and during the story and of being told the story and afterwards. Could you mind telling me how you were feeling at that particular moment?
I think for me, it just shows you that we are a very diverse mix around of people that we have in our world.
Hmm.
I thought your story would be a little bit more risque. I thought the guy might have been relieving himself on the actual station in front of everybody. But,
Mm.
I did like the fact that he removed himself from the carriage, found a nice bush, did his business there, wasn't really intruding on anybody, wasn't looking for eye contact. He wasn't a bit of an explorer. He just did what he needed to do and then made his way back. And I thought, well, it's kind of good to see that he isn't trying to get people to look at him like what I think they call it a voyager. He wasn't seeking to be a voyager. He was just, I'm doing this. I'm not affecting anybody. I'm not passing it around for anyone to drink. It's my drink. I'm going to consume it at my leisure. And yeah, it's kind of motivated me to be a bit more aware of my surroundings if I'm traveling, via bus or by train, just to
Hmm.
kind of take your eyes off your device and just take in the world because there are wonderful, interesting characters that we have. And maybe it's good time to say g'day and maybe say, I'll try some, just be open to that. So, yeah.
All right. So here's a question for you. Grown ass man, you have no idea who he is. Offers you are sitting on the train and you're that one schmuck that doesn't have his headphones in and he's not looking at his device. A gentleman comes up to you and approaches you, and I could just see you sitting on the train, just looking around. Not even on your face is not even in your phone, but everyone's looking around. You look like that one dude Anyone want to talk to me? And a gentleman approaches you and offers you a glass or a bottle or something with a yellow substance, and you're going to take a swig.
I would probably ask his name first, just to confirm those details. Um, I would ask what the beverage is. Is it chilled? Is it warm?
It's wee
Uh,
wee.
it, is it low sugar? Is it low calorie as well? So I'm counting my calories. So all these things would need to be ticked off my checklist before I'm consuming that. Also, I would say, do you have a straw? Because I like to drink things with a straw as well. So
Oh,
yeah.
so you like to? So are we talking what type of straw are we talking about here? We're talking the new style of straws now. These days, you can get that the paper straw, or are we talking about the steel straw, or are you just talking purely about plastic that you like to see turtles die because of?
No, I'm like those twirly whirly ones, where you see the drink coming up through the twirly whirly and then into the mouth. So, mm,
That's a plastic straw, a twirly whirly one.
mm. Just finish up or
Yeah, I think I'm done with the show today, guys. We've what a good 7 minutes.
mm.
Yeah, I'll think I'll take off. Eh.
All right, bro. See you, mate. I guess I'll just do the companion by myself, everybody. Yeah.
No, you shouldn't be saying that you would want to. Okay, I'm just saying right now, don't do that because that's not safe. You're a grown ass man,
No,
and you're like, I like my curly straw, please.
no, I think you have to be open to opportunities, Alan. I always say to myself, every day, try something new. And if that's like trying a decaf latte, if someone comes up to you, he's first of all, it's goodwill. He's not coming up going, "Hey, go, mate." Actually interested. He's plucked you out of everyone that he wants to see. He this is a chance to learn and share together. I might be able to give him something next time I see him. So I don't really see it as an issue.
Okay, sure. You do you. That's if that's the person you want to be. Um, I'd like to have stopped talking about this subject, and I'd like to move on, please.
Happy to do so, bro.
Thank you very much, bro.
Well, with that, do you have another story time with Alan, or we're going to skip that this episode?
Sorry, I don't. I don't. I wish I did. But I've actually had quite a boring 2 weeks. So, but what about yourself? Do you have anything to share with the class?
I don't think so. I'm going to pull up my notes here. I actually found something the other day, and I thought, oh, maybe I could bring this up to Alan because again, it's like I like a little head scratch story. This isn't something that actually happened to me. This is a story that popped up in an ad. Again, I use Facebook quite a bit, and I think our phones track us when we're talking. And sometimes you'll get ads based on something you said. So if you're talking about
Yes.
wanting to get a new pair of shoes, you'll then get a lot of pop-up ads for shoes that are being sold locally, like Nike shoes or Adidas and things like that.
So true.
But I come across this accessory, and I'm like, I might bring it to Alan for a bit of conversation. The
Yep.
heading of this story that I come across says, "Remote kissing phone accessory created to keep passion alive."
Okay.
Long distance relationships are a challenge to nurture. Passion starts to dwindle without face to face interaction. Video calls aren't always satisfying for lovers craving the physical touch. Remote Kiss, a strange phone accessory made by Chinese manufacturers, addresses the struggles of physical intimacy for long distance couples. The device allows users to savor a passionate kiss even if the lover is on the other side of the world. Remote Kiss is made up of pressure sensors, soft silicone, and it will allow people to smooch with one another even if they aren't in the same room. The gadget is capable of detecting and replicating the temperature of a user's lips to enhance the experience. The kissing sounds can be heard through the device and mimic the real act. Remote Kiss is available on the Chinese online marketplace Taobao at a price of $41. It might be worth the purchase for long-distance couples. A steady internet connection could save couples a costly international trip to restore their passion. Couple therapist John Gottman believes that a 6-second kiss could potentially save a relationship. This device should be sufficient to save a long-distance relationship from a slow, dying death. Any comments on that one?
Sounds interesting. So how does it work? Like you press your lips up against the phone and it like mimics like the kissing sensation, and so it's meant to be feeling that the person on the other end um is like you're kissing your spouse. Is that the idea of it?
Well, I've put in for an order for one. I'm just waiting for it to come in. I actually bought two, just to see how they go, really. But
Okay. D- Don't your missus works from home though, and so do you.
yeah. Well, yeah. My idea is to mimic myself, to see if I could mimic myself.
So you
To
want to
see
kiss yourself.
Yeah, well, to see what it's like to be kissed by myself. That's probably the idea I was thinking. So,
What do you think it might be like?
probably the best way to describe it would be like warm, like a warm hug is probably how I would say mine are.
A warm hug.
Hmm.
As I see, it feels like a warm hug. So an embrace.
Yeah, like when you wrap your arms around in a nice like woolly blanket. That's what I feel I will give to the accessory. So,
To yourself.
do you want one though? I can give you the spare one.
No, I don't want anything from you. I'd like
Why
this
not?
show to be over very quickly. This is quite torturous. The first couple of minutes of the show, it's actually feels like those people in the crowd that had to watch that Golden Corral match, and yeah, wow.
Well, they were entertained still though. They had a good laugh. People are probably
No one's
having a laugh.
entertained. No one's entertained. No one's entertained listening to this. I feel sorry for people. I hope everyone who's listening to this fast forwards and goes up to You see that story time with Thom down the bottom of our screen? Just change that to bullshit, because press fast forward. That's what it should say right now.
They're probably
Get to
thinking,
the
isn't this a wrestling show or?
Yeah, they used to be good. Then they got really weird all of a sudden. What's going on with the broadcast? Ugh.
There's nothing wrong, guys. We're just giving you some new content. All right. With that said, we want to give a shout out to 2 wrestling podcasts before we actually do our companion. So check these guys out.
What's up, everybody? I am the hardest part of the ring, the host of the Apron Bump podcast. And I know what you're thinking. Ugh, another wrestling podcast? How many times can I listen to fans beat up on WWE and AEW? Tell me who needs a push, who doesn't need a push, who brings Vince's coffee these days? Enough! I'm just as sick of it as you are, and that's why I created the Apron Bump. The Apron Bump is about the journey. It's about nostalgia. It's about discovering new forms of wrestling to really tickle your pickle as a wrestling fan. It's about making wrestling fun again. The podcast brings you reviews of wrestling events all over the world, tying together over 6 different promotions spanning 4 different decades. And everything is chronologically in a timeline to really allow myself and all you listeners to live through these eras while having a good time doing it. Whether it's WWF, WWE, WCW, ECW. We even cover the golden eras of Ring of Honor, Progress, TNA, and more promotions in the future as well. New episodes every Wednesday, or as some may say, Bump Day, Yeah? Go to apronbump.com or go to your favorite podcast platform or YouTube and subscribe today for the most diverse, fan-friendly wrestling podcast in the world. I'm Hard.
What's up, everybody? I am the patron saint of podcasting, the Warden Matt Ritter, the host of the #1 wrestling podcast on Pornhub. Yes, you heard that right. And I'm here to tell you about the number one wrestling podcast on Pornhub, the Smack and Raw podcast. Me and my co-host, Vince Delgado, and Miss Katie Kinsey Bebe of the She Leads Showcase do a weekly recap where we cover Raw, SmackDown, NXT, Dynamite, and Rampage. We are on Pornhub, YouTube, and every audio platform you could think of, and we are spitting what we don't like and swallowing what we do every week. We've also got guests from some of your favorite podcasts. So if you want to have fun, take your pants off, put in your headphones, pull up to your favorite listening or viewing device, relax, and just have a good time. Catch up on the week in wrestling in our own unique way. Come check us out. You guys can find me at Matt Ritter. That is at MATTRIDDER on Twitter only. There you will get Linktree/Smack and Raw. That'll get you all of the audio platforms as well as Pornhub. You guys can also check out Linktree/Creation World, and that will get you the YouTube, the merchandise, and the Pornhub, as well as other great podcasts from Creation World, which is the banner under which the Smack and Raw podcast exists. If you want to get everything in one shot, go to creationworld.com. There you'll find Super Flash Hero of Tomorrow if you're a fan of DC CW superhero stuff. If you want to check out the Smack and Raw podcast, if you want to check out our other show, Return to Wrestling, where me and my co-host Travis go back in time and he forces me to sit down and watch old WCW Nitros and pay-per-views, and I have to suffer through Hulk Hogan repeatedly. If that sounds like something that you think is fun, come check that out as well. We also have a YouTube-only show hosted by Vince called Spitter Swallow that you can find on our YouTube. We've got so much content for you. Dungeons After Dark as well. That episode 2 is coming. It is our most viewed episode on Pornhub. So if any of this sounds appealing to you, I can't wait to have you guys come follow us, listen to us, and interact with all of you. Like I said, take your pants off, pull up, get comfortable, and let's have a good time.
All right, guys, we are back, and
Thank
we are doing something that I
Yep.
would say is a sequel to something that we've covered before. And
Yes.
again, we've done 97 Wrestling Companions, guys. So there's a double there somewhere. There's a sequel that we're going to do. And I said, Alan, I've got a couple of matches. And I sent him a list of like matches that we could do of sequels to feuds, like Shawn Michaels Taker from WrestleMania. We could do the rematch from the other WrestleMania. And he goes, no. I found something we should do, Tom. It's something where the stakes were even higher this time. And I'm like, oh, okay. Maybe it's a ladder match. Maybe it's a Hell in the Cell. And he said, no, Tom, it's Casket. I'm thinking, oh, Casket Match. I wonder what that would be. And then he sent me the old-fashioned YouTube link. Next thing I know, I'm back with Heidenreich and Alabama Doink and the Alabama Wrestling Federation as we are watching the last match between these two, as they had a casket match in a basketball stadium, which was also recorded by a flying drone during the show. Alan, comments, and why did you choose this?
Because it's fantastic. If I can steal a word from you from many moons ago, it's fantastic. Thank you for listening to the show. It's just something you never thought you'd see. You know, you saw the extreme rules of that street fight that Alabama Doink and Heidenreich had in our previous show. Remember, guys, you can look that up on YouTube and you can listen to us as your commentary team as we watch that match as well too. Now this one is the rubber band. This is how it ends now. This is as the French would say, the coup de grace. This is how all we've seen great sequel matches back in the day. We've seen some great sequel movies back in the day. This is it now. This is Batman v Superman. This is Rock, Austin, Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior. You know, this is what's happening right now. And again, your boys right here, right now, are going to be your commentary team for this match. It's Heidenreich versus Alabama Doink in a casket match.
Well, I've actually got my screen paused, like ready to hit play. And I just want to explain what I can see looking at this screen picture. Like, they're in the ring already.
Yes.
There's a basketball hoop that's been lifted and put up to the roof. But you've also got like a local authority, I think, to the left of the screen having a chat to a fan. And it's definitely, family friendly. You've got kids there. You've got younger kids. You've got older gentlemen. You've got the whole family can come along.
I like the law enforcement person that you're talking about there because you can actually see his piece, his weapon there. But I like that he's also got a vest on as well too. But he's got his shirt tucked into the pants, and a little bit of the gut is like hanging out, you know. And you think you might be listening to me and going, "Oh, how dare you, Alan? You know, just be nice to the gentleman who's a bit of a plus size." I'm not making fun of him, and as a plus size gentleman myself, I can say this stuff. So I'm looking at this gentleman right here. This guy's and talking to this other fella, it just shows that right here that the wrestling people, the wrestling fans, do like a good tuck into into the pants with the shirt, and we're all a bit the same. We've all got the beards. We're all going maybe partially bald. We're a little bit overweight, but this is wrestling at its best. Love it. This is a great shot. Actually, the pause shot right here is just saying, "This is wrestling."
I
This
reckon one
is
day
wrestling.
if I get my man cave, I'm going to actually print that image and put it up on my wall. You know, we're going to have WrestleMania posters. We're going to have this picture right up there in the center there, center panel, the Alabama Wrestling Federation. You know, the rubber match, Alabama Doink Heidenreich 2. Alan, could you give us our countdown?
Sorry, I was just admiring. It actually is great. A picture, and I would like to see as a photo collage, or like something you put up on your wall and just to show it off. Like what? And then you could have people over and go, "Oh, what's that? What's that picture all about? Was that taken by you at when you went to a wrestling show?" Yeah. No, it's a screenshot from YouTube. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to press play on the Heidenreich v. Alabama Doink casket match in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, look at this. Oh, daddy. Look at this guy with the mo. Oh, he just has some grits.
Oh, Jesus.
Alabama Doink has a white. Oh, there's two.
Yeah, I don't even
There's
know
two
who that
clowns.
dude is. Looks like a sidekick or something.
Looks like a dude from the Batman movie. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is what are these people on Heidenreich's team, or are they just walking?
He actually looks quite unwell. Like when you look at Heidenreich.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, they're putting down the casket. This is going to be a instant classic. I can see
Did you
right here,
see,
ladies and gentlemen.
Did you see the kid leaning on the actual casket to get the
Yes.
video?
Yes. Yes, I did. Yes. Yeah. I hate him. I don't like him.
So we've actually got a lot of cameras operating. You got the dude to the right filming on his tripod.
Yes.
This is probably done on a steady cam. The drone cam will actually come in. So they've probably
Oh,
got
yeah,
a bit
there
of
it
a
is.
budget this time around. There it is.
Yeah.
I was going to say this isn't Matt Hardy coming in with the whole Broken Hardy thing, guys. This is a separate thing.
I was about to say his brother Nero's going to make an appearance. Or
it makes me laugh because see underneath that basketball hoop.
Yes.
I just put some of that fencing in my backyard last week.
Did you?
Yeah.
For the gun? They put it out for the gun area?
Mm-hmm.
Good on you.
Yeah.
Gotta look after the ferns. Gotta look after nature.
And there's a fella there on the left-hand side with a signed, what would you say, tombstone of piece of paper?
Yeah. Right there, and then
and just realized it's the same referee from the classic.
Oh yes, from the first match, you know. There's great referees out there, you know, who've done some great rubber band matches. Earl Hebner, Mike Chioda, Charles Robinson. whoever this gentleman. Wait, why is he counting? Casket match.
What the? It doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work like that. You Super Dragon.
Because I think with Heidenreich, wasn't it that gimmick where he was scared of caskets when he had that Taker feud when he took him on at the Royal Rumble? I think it was.
Oh my god, he did. He did.
Mm.
And he and Snitsky had their heavy breathing. I like what you do with babies, and I heard you don't like caskets. And then the Snitsky later on during the Heidenreich and Undertaker casket match at the Rumble, Snitsky would come down and assist Heidenreich.
Because I think the plan, there was a tentative like main event, not main event, but tag main event to do Heidenreich and Snitsky against Kane and Taker at that year's WrestleMania. But I think one of them got injured and they kind of scrapped everything. So
this is fantastic. Now we've got Heidenreich in. Close the door. Close the door. He's done. Oh no, he's coming back, ladies and gentlemen.
Just noticed that Doink's had a bit of a change. He's got a T-shirt on now. I don't know if it's the same dude, but I think it is. But
yeah, Doink's there, and he's
okay, right.
He's talking to the children there. He's gonna pull them shorts up.
But okay? I'm confused again. So he's yelling at the fans. So are you a heel dude or are you a face?
I think he's a face. I think he's talking about, okay. We have several other cameras, don't we? Can we go to a different camera shot?
We actually don't get another camera shot. This dude I don't think can move because he's probably got cabling, so he actually can't change the angle. But I did see on YouTube there is a drone camera. You can watch the whole drone. Yeah. But you can watch it from the drone's view, the whole drone bird's eye view match as well.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's a gentleman over there. There's a young man over there with the bowl cut haircut with the brown hair. Just one of the biggest yawns I've ever seen. So how inspired! Oh God, look out! He's going for the throat again. This is what he did in the Golden Corral street fight match. He was definitely going for the throat.
So the referee's doing a count there, but wouldn't there just be no DQ in a casket match?
Heidenreich won the 3 count before. Tom, what do you think? I love that you try to bring logic into wrestling. You've been doing this for so long. You're like, now what I would have done.
Well, I would have made a whole spectacle. I would have before you could put him in the casket, you have to get a pinfall over him first. So there's a first fall, and then add some type of last man standing, and then put him into the casket. That way you get the 3 stages of hell, going into that one.
This is why you like TNA so much, isn't it? Because of bullshit like that. Huh? Huh? I'm not talking about Impact today. I'm talking of Jeff Jarrett, Memphis wrestling type of style. Type of shenanigans like that, hey?
Talking about caskets, did you ever see the Sting and Abyss last rights match in TNA?
We talked about it so many times. Didn't we do that match?
Nope, never done it. Russo was there, and I want to do it. It was actually covered by Jeff Jarrett, a number of weeks ago, and I think we should do it. It was in March. It was for Destination X, that match, and interesting. That's all I'll say.
Okay. Interesting. Just like this match right here, guys. This is nothing but shots of a clown's ass. Clown ass.
It's not as good as their original so far. I would have liked a little bit more of a camera switch, but I'm expecting too much on their budget. But yeah, it really isn't a street fight as we got in their last one. I would have liked it to actually happen in a cemetery. It would have been cool. They've dug an actual plot. The casket's already there. Let's do it Charles Robinson with Vampiro. The actual graveyard match back in WCW.
Gotcha. Or the Boneyard match AJ Styles and The Undertaker. Off the ropes, elbow. There's a great shot of this gentleman's bald head right here. Daddy, you need to sit down.
There's the officer there. Look at him.
Yeah, you just goes up to him and grabs his piece. I'm gonna tase him in the dick. Where's he going? Where's he going? Where's he going? Where's he going? I'm leaving.
Look at that table on the side. Is that the commentary table, you reckon?
Up there, I believe that's the music. I would imagine that. I remember seeing a similar at the Golden Corral match. They had that was their music table. Yeah, we're 8 minutes in. There's 5 minutes left to go. He's left. Oh, he's come back.
Well, the camera
Hit him
guy's
with the
working,
ring
though, isn't he?
bell.
He's walking around now with his camera.
Yep. Hit him with the ring bell. Someone screams from the crowd.
They're just talking now. Like, just, what are we doing? Oh, yep. Let's just fight. Fuck it. Let's just fight it out.
Oh my God, this camera. That kid in the yellow better move, buddy. Yeah, little George, she better move, man. Oh God, they're in the crowd.
I thought that was going to hit that kid then.
I just saw that woman, that big mama in the red there. She's like, I better move. This is. Oh, okay.
Come on, dude. Just zoom out. He's got it too zoomed in trying to capture it. Look at him.
Yeah.
But we're making fun of this. Yeah. We're making fun, but it brings back, when we used to do backyard wrestling. Like, we used to film it on our old handheld camera, our different gimmicks and wrestling matches and stuff like that.
Never happened.
Yes, it did.
No, it didn't. Nothing. Did not happen. It was you and your... Oh my God, that's somebody's drink. Oh my God.
That was someone's traveler mug.
Yeah, that was the traveler. Little kid moved. He's got a lucha mask on. Put it on the mug. God damn it. There's a table. What are you doing? They're talking to each other. Oh my God, was that nachos?
I thought it was a pie.
He slipped over.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Threw a table in his belly.
Yeah. And people are laughing at him.
That's my nachos. Oh my God.
Oh shit. What the hell? Yep.
All right.
He looks legit pissed though.
He's got oh my God, someone dropped some pipes again. He's got the pipe. What is he doing? Is he bringing the casket to him? He's got cheese on his face. You hear people in the crowd?
Yeah. Dude, disconnect the camera. Come on, just get over there. Go to that dude's camera.
Camera 1, camera 2. Camera 1. All right, there's Pete Dunne in the truck trying to call out for this guy. He's got cheese on his face, man. What did I say? Pete Dunne. Oh God. Sorry.
Butch.
I'm sorry.
Did you hear that dude there?
No. What did he say?
If you get blood in it, you don't get your deposit back.
Oh my God,
yeah.
Look at that little girl. She's terrified.
My God. He's gushing too. Look at that. What was that cause from? The chair. When he threw the chair, you reckon?
If it's... Is it real?
Look at us. We're just so speechless, aren't we, Al?
We are. And I apologize, everyone. We're meant to be like... Don't get him... Oh, he's got him in. Mercifully. It's over.
Yeah, give it a clap, Al. Classic.
John Heidenreich, yeah.
He looks legit pissed though. Like, he actually looks annoyed.
Oh, hang on, they got his old theme song.
I haven't turned it down yet, so
his friend is helping him get into the casket. Don't go anywhere just yet. What's next?
Tell us what's next. Camera.
Yeah, that's something you put on
your computer.
GoPro. Yeah. That's something you put on your computer for a bit of Bit of a cam show right there, ladies
I was
and
gonna
gentlemen.
say it looks like a little webcam, a little ball webcam.
You put that on you put that up somewhere, and you do some filming of something. I love you to infinity.
Oh shit!
Heidenreich.
There he goes off to the Undertaker, eh? Off to there
Yeah, after the
to be
dead man.
embalmed, and yep.
Oh yes, I've got a new victim for the Undertaker.
Look at that dude's haircut.
Are you gonna drive away?
There's the officer. Look at the
Yeah,
officer.
yeah. What? Look out, people move! Actually, he's got a police.
A police escort.
That dude's squeaking everywhere he walks. He squeaks.
What the hell?
Yeah, police escort for the hearse. Where's
Far out.
Heidenreich? Go back. Let's go to Heidenreich and get a shot of him celebrating in the crowd.
Well, I read something about Heidenreich around this time too, where he was like quite aggressive to promoters, like wanting
Oh.
more money that he was booked for and stuff like that. And yeah, pretty wild about that time. But any comments on that classic, L?
Now you know what? I'm gonna be in a casket match. You know who I am? I used to be in the WWE. So I want a match with Doink again, but I want it in a casket. And I want thousands of dollars. And I'm gonna get aggressive if you don't give it to me. I'm Heidenreich. Heidenreich, you remember me? I used to be part of LOD. It's kind of sad. Do you think we'll ever see Dark Side of the Ring of this?
I hope so.
Heidenreich's career and Doink's career, Alabama Doink's career. God, I want
The
to watch
untold stories.
live next week on on Dark Side of the Ring. You knew him as Heidenreich. You saw him in the WWE. Now we go to where his career certainly took off at the Golden Corral against Alabama Doink. And you got all these different people. Well, I first met Heidenreich when he came down to the Golden Corral and said that he wanted large sums of money, and he said he wanted to take the chocolate fondue home with him. And I said, "You can't take that. That doesn't belong to you." And he was quite aggressive. He pushed the waitress, and he got into the face of an old lady, and it was kind of scary. And then they got an interview, with the where we do Alabama Doink's story, and they talk about they get to with his family, and he had a casket match against Heidenreich, and they was quite aggressive. There was a legit chair shot to the face, and he was bleeding, and he got blood inside of the hearse, and we had to buy it. But luckily, he passed away a few days later, so we got to use it for free. It worked out.
Shit.
It was a win-win, Daddy. It was a win-win.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Well, any final comments before we shout out to some other podcast brothers and sisters?
I hope our commentary served that match well. We were stunned for most of it as we were watching it. I would have liked to watch the match through the drone, but that would have been a great match to watch, like Wile E. Coyote. It's like watching an old classic Warner Brothers cartoon from back in the day. So, but we didn't. But that's okay. I hope everyone enjoyed. I vastly enjoyed that. That was something. That was fantastic.
Well, I'll send you the drone link after this, and you can watch it at your own leisure.
Sure. Thank you.
So, guys, before we finish up, we want to give a shout out to not one, but Chuka Wrestling Podcast. Check these guys out.
Interruption in progress. Now hijacking into ANS 2.0 immersion rig. Now simulating the amazing nerd show. Featuring comics.
And Batman's like, you're safe here and everything, but the Joker all of a sudden pulls out a gun and shoots himself.
Movies.
People fight with lightsabers. What the hell do you want? I mean, in every one of these movies, there's a lightsaber battle.
Yeah, no problem. I'm gonna rewatch it a million times.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Give me something more.
Wrestling.
That would be awesome. Oh my god, just a monster. Fans would be like, holy, what the hell's going on? What happened to Jericho?
Horror.
It starts off like any other like home invasion type of story, and then it just goes crazy.
And more.
Hey, this is Christian,
Hey, this is Damon.
and we are the Amazing Nerd Show.
Make sure to download us on all your favorite podcast platforms.
Main Event Marks is a retro pro wrestling podcast hosted by two lifelong wrestling marks and walking wrestling encyclopedias, Troy and Greg. Every Wednesday, we do a breakdown and review from a fan's perspective on some of wrestling's biggest and most forgotten shows ever, along with the industry news from that time period, taking you back in history to when that event took place. Main Event Marks is available on all podcast platforms and on YouTube. Follow us on social media at @main-event_marks.
All right, guys, we are back, and we're at the tail end as what has been quite a short episode, but I would say quite a rememberable one. This is probably something that I would probably go back and listen to and maybe watch. Probably never, actually. But it's in the vault now, guys. Episode, I think it's 160 or 159, I think it might be. But again, it's in the vault. Alan, where can people find you?
Yes, that's right, guys. You can see this down here. There's my Twitter handle. That's Alan Ross 84 at TBK. I'm also on Twitch. That's TTV Roscoe Bosco 84. Thank you for people who jump into my Twitch when I'm gaming lately. I know it's been a lot of Call of Duty Black Ops 3. I'm sorry, but I'm obsessed with this game and I'm vastly enjoying it. If any people have any suggestions for me to play, let me know. If not, I'm just going to keep playing COD because it's a fun game. Also, I'm on the TikTok. So if you're looking for some funny videos, or I'm not doing any TikTok dances, I am not one of those people. But yes, you can find me Roscoe_Bosco84. Thom.
Very nice. And guys, in regards to our podcast, you can check us out on Twitter and Instagram, the Broadcast Podcast. That's TheBrokast. On the audio format, check us out on Podbean, Apple iTunes, Castro, Castbox, wherever you get your podcast. Video format, check us out on the UW Pod on YouTube, the Universal Wrestling Podcast, and also the Bloodline Entertainment Network. Thank you, fellas, once again for showcasing us on your networks. Alan, as we say each and every episode, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or
Good night.